Fellow citizens, pardon me, allow me to ask, why am I called upon to speak here today? What have I or those I represent have to do with your national independence? Are the great principles of political freedom and of natural justice embodied in that Declaration of Independence extended to us? Such is not the state of the case, and I say it with a sad sense of disparity between us. This 4th of July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, I must mourn. By the rivers of Babylon there we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion, for there they that carried us away captive required of us a song. Right? And they who wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Fellow citizens, above your national tumultuous joy, I hear the mournful wail of millions. My subject then is American slavery. I shall see this day and its popular characteristics from the slave's point of view. Now, what to the American slave is your 4th of July weekend? I answer, a day that reveals to him, more than all other days in the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham. Your boasted liberty and unholy license. Your national greatness swelling vanity. Your sounds of rejoicing are empty and heartless. Your denunciation of tyrants, brass-fronted impudence. Your prayers and your hymns, your sermons and thanksgivings, with all your religious parade and solemnity, are to him mere bombast, fraud, deception, impiety, and hypocrisy, a thin veil to cover up crimes which would disgrace a nation of savages. Now, I want you to behold the practical operation of this internal slave trade, the American slave trade, sustained by American politics and American religion. Here you will see men and women reared like swine for the market. You know what a swine drover is? I'm going to show you a man drover, driving a company of 100 men, women, and children from the Potomac River straight down to the slave market at New Orleans. Now, I want y'all to mark the sad procession as it moves wearily along. Do you hear the inhuman rat who drives them? You hear his savage yells, his blood-curdling oaths as he hurries on his affrighted captives? There, do you see the old man with locks, thinned and gray? Cast one glance, if you please, upon that young mother whose shoulders are now bare to the scorching sun. Her briny tears falling upon the brow of the babe in her arms. See to that girl of 13. She's weeping. Yes. She's weeping as she thinks of the mother from whom she has been torn. The drove moves tardily, heat and sorrow have nearly consumed their strength. The crack you heard was the sound of the slave whip. The scream you heard was from the woman whom you saw with the baby in her arms. Her speed had faltered under the weight of a child and her chains, and that gash on her shoulder tells her to move on. Follow this drove to New Orleans. Go to the Superdome. Attend the slave auction. See men examined just like horses. See the forms of women rudely and brutally exposed to the shocking gaze of American slave buyers. See this drove sold and separated forever. And don't you ever forget the deep, sad sobs that arose from the scattered multitude. Now you better be warned. Be warned. A horrible reptile is coiled up in your nation's bosom. The venomous creatures now nursing at the tender breast of your youthful republic. For the love of God, y'all had better tear away, and fling from you the hideous monster, and let the weight of 20 millions now crush and destroy it forever. And that's how Frederick Douglass celebrated the 4th of July weekend, y'all.